Good afternoon, guys. It's interesting. I just posted a brand new blog on my website about summer scouting. This is the video version of it. But when summer scouting, there's three main things I think we should consider. And this is kind of out of my norm. And I roll my windows up, but it's so hot today. It's like 95 degrees. We came to an area and I'm doing some summer scouting from a distance. And this is kind of out of my norm because I don't see a ton of value in it. There is some. And obviously, like I always say, it's property dependent, area dependent, very situational. I'll describe the area that I'm in, and how it all kind of interacts, together. So this year, I bought a spotting scope. And this is my first time using the iSpotter from Tacticam. Has zero affiliation with Tacticam. I bought this thing 2 years ago, never used it. I just bought the actual spotting scope, I think over the winter time of this 2024. So I'm putting it all together tonight. And I used to do this years ago when I was younger because it was the cool thing to do. But as years go on, you kind of learn different things and techniques and, evolve, and you learn what works and what doesn't work. So again, very situational, but summer scouting. I'm going to play some video in here of what I've received tonight, what I gathered. I'm not going to put any bucks in there just because I'm just not going to do it. I'll put some videos, if I get any, of some does and things just for, video purposes. But summer scouting, three main things. Number one is bucks during the summer are on a very patternable situation. They're coming from bedding to food, food to bedding, bedding to food, food to bedding. And they're looking for high quality food. Very situational. What is high quality food this time of year? Could be high quality browse, could be an ag situation, it could be maybe a quality food plot program you have on your property that they're coming to and back to bedding. They're coming to in the afternoons, they're feeding in it all night long. Maybe in larger situations, these big ag fields are out there feeding at night. Daybreak, they're going back to bedding. It's hot, they're not moving very far. Afternoons cools back down, they get up from their bedding, they go back to food. Very predictable in this time of year. Why are they very predictable? Well, that's just the time of year that it is, and there's no pressure this time of year. Hunting season hasn't started yet, so they're pretty easy to predict. Okay, so that's number one. They're very predictable. That's what you're looking at. High quality food this time of year. You get the summer buck pictures, bachelor groups, whatever it may be. Number two is public land. Okay, me here in Maryland, my public lands around here get hammered by pressure. I mean, they're very pressured, and a lot of these areas is a lot of ag and with very small patches of wood. So these deer get pressured very easily. A lot of hunters walk through these ag fields, the deer can see them a mile away and they're gone before you even know it. I've ran trail cameras on public land for many years. I get pictures of these bucks very predictable during the summer. Opening day of archery season here starts early September. So early September, they are still in their patternable situation. Food bedding, right? Our season starts roughly the 7th or 9th of September. Within that time frame, you have about maybe 7 to 10 days to shoot a velvet buck. When that velvet falls off, these bucks become a different animal. Hormones change, everything changes. Hunting season starts, they go elsewhere. They're not predictable anymore because the pressure has started on this public land. So the footage and scouting that we're getting during the summer, right, that we think in our mind, okay, this buck is coming out to this ag field and these beans or whatever, I'm going to shoot him opening day because I'm going to set up around these beans or close to this ag field and I'm going to have a chance. Very slim chance that you're ever going to see this buck back in the beans soon as the deer season starts. Very unlikely. What you need to focus on is getting off of that ag field and thinking, okay, hunting season has started. Where is this buck going to go? He's going to go back into the cover. You need to be hunting back close to the bedding areas and escape routes, escape cover. You know, cattail swamps, for my example, around here in Maryland. Cattail swamps. I'll insert this video or this picture of this buck I shot on the backside of a cattail swamp, opening morning of archery season, September, I think it was 8th or 9th. Okay, public land, very, unpredictable. In your state, your public lands may not get pressured a lot. It may be a little bit different. Maybe you can get away with this, and your summer scouting, by the time the season starts, is very predictable. Hard to say. Okay, private land. Private land is a different animal. These deer aren't pressured, right? For most cases. So if your season starts this September, early September, 4th, 5th, whatever, 7th, 9th, the season starts, nobody else is hunting your private land. These deer can still stay on that predictable pattern. So therefore, your summer scouting may be a reward, because what you see in July and August is what you're going to see the first few weeks of September. You're going to be able to see this predictability in these deer moving from bedding to food. Again, what's that food? That time of year could be acorns dropping, a food plot. Could be just regular browse. Could be in a fruit tree situation where you're dropping peaches or apples or persimmons or whatever it is, right? So it's very predictable that time of year on private land, as long as you're not pressuring it. I'll insert this picture. I shot this buck 3rd day of the season on private land. So it can happen. So this scouting in public land, or just in general in the summer, we think in our mind that this is a very good idea to do, because we can shoot this buck on opening day, opening week, whatever it is. It's not like that in most cases. This is reality. This is not a TV show where you're seeing these guys on TV shows shooting these deer. These giant bucks are out in these bean fields or ag fields during daylight. This is real life here. This is not a TV show. This is real life reality, right? This is real life. It's not what you see. And a lot of people get discouraged because they see these guys on TV that have these bucks in daylight, and we think that we can do it too. And again, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's reality. This is highly unlikely that this is going to happen. Obviously, there's always a chance. Very situational again, but just, our summer scouting, is it really worth it? Well, I think it tells you that there's a buck in the area that might get you excited to hunt that private land, public land, whatever it is. It tells you that it may be worth hunting because this buck excites you. It doesn't tell us that, okay, if we scout, we see a big buck on camera that we want to shoot, it doesn't tell us that that buck is going to be there opening day, because I can promise you most likely it's going to shift, hunting pressure related, public land, way different than private. And your season may start in October. Pennsylvania starts the end of September, early October, and their patterns then are very different than what they are in early September. So take the summer scouting with a grain of salt. It's helpful, but it's not the end all be all in scouting. So hopefully this video helps, and use that to your advantage when hunting season starts. Don't focus on those food sources if it's pressured. If you're in a pressured area, focus away from that food source. Escape route, escape cover. Where are those bucks going to go when the pressure starts? That's what you should think about, in my opinion. Any questions, leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys on the next video.